Hey guys, this is Bob. I wanted to bring something up to you guys. We're going to talk about COVID this morning. You know, the thing that no one wants to hear about. It's interesting. Last night, while I was watching some news out of Colorado, um, their death toll went from 1,100 to 900 because of COVID. How can you have these deaths go down? I have no idea. I mean, the idea of these deaths going down is just like totally ridiculous to me. How can did the person die? Of course they died because it was a death. Okay. Um. So what really happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Some piece of shit medical examiner turned around and started putting these people as dead from COVID if they had any symptom whatsoever. Boy, those symptoms can cause a lot of stuff. You know, you'd be shocked how many different things someone can die of from those symptoms. Give you an example. One of the symptoms is chest pains. Well, heart attacks you can have a heart attack and you have chest pains. One of the things is um, hard to breathe. You know, it's really hard for you to breathe. You got to really work hard to breathe. That can come up from a heart attack too. In fact, sometimes a stroke will give you the same problem. So, what's really up with that? Okay, you got a temperature. Oh, hey, COVID didn't start the temperature situation. That started a long time ago. You could have the flu and get that. Your body can be fighting a virus or fighting some infection and get that. All kinds of things will get you that little temperature. So what happened was someone died and they put down the cause of death was COVID. And because, you know, it's probably something, you know, they went to the hospital and, oh, I can't breathe. I'm having problems breathing. And so they raced the person to the hospital. Of course, they're having some kind of heart problems. And the person died. Okay. Chest pain. Hard to breathe. They got COVID. So that's what they put down on their little thing, that the person died of COVID, right? Family was notified, yeah, the person died of COVID, right? Okay, we'll rubber stamp it. COVID. Another $1,500 from the federal government. Come on, you can do it. Shell it out. You know, because they get extra money for COVID cases. And then what happened was the family went to one of the senators and said, hey, check this out. My dad didn't die of, or my mom or whoever died didn't die of COVID. They died of a heart attack. And the senator's like, what? And then the senator checked into it and found out anyone that died with any symptom of COVID, right, died of COVID. And the cause of death was rubber stamped. Well, of course, the state senator sat there and said, well, we need to file charges against these medical examiners that do such criminal activities in our state. You know, they should be held criminally and civilly responsible for their actions. You know, if I go do something stupid and I cause someone injury or something like that, I got to pay for it. It's called civil suit. Okay? Well, these medical examiners are pretty much, they work for the state, so they're pretty much exempt from civil suits. And they know it. Well, this medical examiner turned around and said that he was told by CDC that if someone dies of any symptoms involving COVID, to mark it down as COVID. Gotta do what the federal government tells you to do. Oh, yeah. Now, why would the feds do something like that? No one has any idea. Okay, the feds are using COVID, which was made in China and assisted by our scientists, which was a great thing to do because then Trump can blame China and our scientists get off easy. Okay, so this virus started in China, comes to the United States, and goes worldwide. Now the government can sit there and say, hey, look at this virus. It's killing everyone. Quarantine. Well, they quarantine people, right? Okay. Well, what I don't understand is quarantining the rich. Now, if you actually talk to doctors and nurses and hospital staff, they sit there and say, well, hey, if you come in with COVID symptoms, let us know. So of course you let them know, right? And they do everything. Oh, you don't need a hospitalization. You can go home. Just quarantine yourself for 14 days. Okay, I'll go quarantine myself for 14 days. Hey, after the second day, hey, my food source is getting low. I better go to the store and get me something to eat. I'm hungry. So I rush off to the store, get me something to eat because I'm starving right now, right? Buy me some food, cough at a few people's faces on accident, cough at the counter, and next thing you know, at that store, I just infected 10 people. Well, the government said quarantine, it's your fault. No, what the government should have did is once someone got COVID, they should have had a quarantined area for them. I know the government doesn't think of stuff like that because they want control of the public, and the best way to control the public is terrorism. And you can terrorize the public by using COVID. Shame, government. Shame. And they're using Donald Trump and everyone else. And it's funny, there are some medications that work real well to stop or lower your chances of getting COVID. But unfortunately, the government's not allowing you to do that. No. These medications, okay, the pharmacies now have to ask, what is the diagnosis? So we can get these criminal doctors in jail that are trying to give people medications that they need. There's a doctor in Texas, not one of her patients has died of COVID. And she's getting all kinds of flack because she prescribed the wrong medication. And what she prescribed was actually helping people. People would get over it a lot quicker and stuff like that. But there's no scientific proof that it works. One of the banned medications is what Trump's taking. Well, let's take it, since it doesn't work and it's not scientifically proven, let's take it away from Trump. That sounds good to me. So, you guys, if you don't realize it yet, our government's been behind this to terrorize the public so that they can do what they want to do. And this is just an experimental thing for later on when they actually want to take control of the public. Okay? If you notice, our food source is under attack. Oh, yeah. I mean, ranchers are having to kill their cattle. farmers are having to destroy their crops because they're not getting the food everyone wants. You know, they're not able to sell the food for what they want because all the restaurants are closed. Hey, that sounds great to me. All the restaurants are closed, so you got to destroy your food. Does that mean people don't eat because the restaurants are closed? No, it doesn't. So what happens is you get these stores that, because everything's shut down, these stores don't make much money, you know, so they buy less. Okay. Well, what about donating it? What about donating it to charities? Well, the farmers don't make any money that way, but they do get a good tax write-off. But a lot of them get tax write-offs anyway because of the lost crops. So why should they feed the American public on their dime, right? Have you noticed the food distribution places? They got all kinds of stuff there. They got police. They got social workers. They got all kinds of stuff. Some of them even have National Guard. Got to make sure the National Guard and the police are in your kitchen, huh? That sounds great to me. What happens when the National Guard and the police and the government decides, well, we only got so much food, so only certain people can eat. These people can eat, these people cannot. National Guard and police, you're the ones responsible. Our economic situation, hey, not a problem. We can be just like El Salvador, right? Police on the streets with automatic weapons, telling you when and where you can go and how you can do things, who you can see and who you can't. Hey, that sounds like the American way, doesn't it? Well, that's what we're looking at in a real short period of time. You know, it's either rent and a house like that, or an apartment like that, or food. Take your pick, because you can't have both. Wake up, America. Our government is going to make this country into a third world country real quick. Oh, because they say, we got to protect you against COVID. Oh, yeah. That COVID is great work. By the way, I hope one of my subscribers out there, or one that's watching this video, can actually tell me what happened to the scientists that they caught that came back from China. All right? And please leave the comment down here so that I can know and I can bring that up later. All right, thank you.